trouble, 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 trouble. You know I might get in trouble. You know I might get in trouble. Trouble, 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 trouble. Yeah, I may get in trouble with this. Yeah, I might hit the button with this. T.Cooke Briaunna Monet, yeah, you know how we coming with this. Heat it up like the summer with this. They tryna kick it, wanna punt it with us. Yeah, they say it's something in the water, so I went out and fled on my wrist.
Welcome back to another episode of I May Get in Trouble for This. It's your boy T.Cooke.
It's Briaunna Monet.
First and foremost, we want to start off by saying happy belated to Briaunna Monet.
Thank you.
My awesome co-host.
Thank you. You guys are sweet.
How was your birthday?
I did a lot of adulting for my birthday. Didn't even feel like my birthday for real. So that's what it is when you turn 28. You just do what you gotta do. 28? You getting up there. You getting close to me. Okay. You'll always be 2 years ahead.
Well, yeah.
No, it was cool. It's a lot of good time, and celebrations aren't done yet. So. Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Let's get into the most, I guess, breaking headlines right now. Travis Scott's Astroworld. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know this. Your boy.
I feel like I can't like anybody anymore. It's always something. Dang. First and foremost, like, you know, my heart and prayers go out to the families that lost their loved ones due to like the crowd surge. I don't know. I've never been to a rave like that, so I don't know. Is that normal for people? I know people probably pass out, right? Like, there's just got to be a ton of drugs and alcohol through everybody's bodies, but it's like he didn't stop the show, so people lost their lives.
Yeah. I'm trying to, like, really find the words
it,
to say.
yeah.
Like, I know, like, look, this episode may get me in trouble, may get us in trouble. I would just say what I got to say because, like, I didn't really, like, all right. First of all, I feel like he should have stopped the show. Yeah. And I feel like the stage is elevated, so he has a bird's eye view of what's going on.
Yeah. Literally, like, you can see pockets of people down. First
of all, like, as far as I heard, it was like 55,000 people. And insane. I also heard that just the way that it was set up, like the festival was set up. So it's a festival, so it's people performing throughout the day. Mm-hmm. I seen a lot of first person accounts of, you know, their experience. Yeah. People were saying, like, you know, they seen different acts throughout the day. This one guy said he seen Master P. I think Master P performed at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the daytime. Yeah. And he said even at that time, it wasn't a whole lot of people, but even then he felt squished. Yeah. He felt uncomfortable. And he was like, if it's like this now, oh, tonight is going to be like insane. Bad. So he learned his lesson then not to get too close, you know, to get to a certain place. Unfortunately, just the mentality that kind of Travis kind of embodies when it comes to this rager mentality, that he represents and that he urges his fans to represent, is very chaotic. It's very anarchist. It's very, and a lot of people got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, there's always injuries and stuff like that at concerts, but I feel like Travis has such a huge platform that he should be held accountable for his actions. Yeah. When I see people in the crowd and they literally are screaming, help, help, help.
People are coming to the stage.
People are literally... Yeah, people are coming on stage trying to get the cameraman to stop, trying to get anybody's attention, letting them know, hey, it's people dying out here. It's people passing out. You got people in the crowd collectively yelling, stop the show, stop the show. Yeah. And there's one time that Travis was like, who said stop the show? Who told me to stop the show? And then he said, 2 hands in the air. Put 2 hands in the air. Y'all know what y'all came here for. What? Oh, yeah. It's like, it's disgusting, bro.
Yeah, because I wasn't there. So I'm just like, was it just not translating to him, you know, the urgency? Like, I don't know, but I did see he was like on a elevated like platform or something, and literally like there's a body being carried like above the crowd, and he's like
and serenading a dead body
like
being carried
humming or something. And I was like, okay, like you have to see this, right? Or do you not see this?
No,
I don't know.
No,
like,
he was looking right at it, like looking right at the body being carried, and he's like humming, like he's talking about you know, in that deep register. Like it's like, bro, like it's disgusting. Like, and it's like these type of things. Like I was talking to a homie of mine, and we was kind of just trying to break it down. And he was like, yo, as big as Travis is, he has all these endorsements with big companies, and he's like has this cult following that is bubbled up to the point where it's like, we got to really question, should someone like this be a mainstream act? Because of the influence that he has over, it was a 10-year-old that died. One of the eight people who died, It was a 10-year-old. So it's like, yo, bro, at the end of the day, I don't see enough people. Like, people are up in arms, but y'all wanted to cancel the baby for stuff that he said. Yeah, it was distasteful, but what about what Travis did? He was negligent on stage, bro.
He was very negligent, and I think that he does need to be held accountable on the other end of things. Why is a 10-year-old at Astroworld?
I'm not blaming
among all these people.
Well,
and like, why is your child in the crowd?
It's not just a concert; it's a festival as well. But at the same time,
get crazy. These raves and stuff, it gets chaotic all the time. Mosh
pits
pits are not for the faint.
But it was so many people, they couldn't really even do mosh pits like a normal concert. They were. This one girl who gave her story, she said that it was so many people that she was compressed. She couldn't even breathe.
Yeah.
Like, and people are literally with their heads like this, gasping for air, trying to get, and then as they are trying to gasp for air and trying to survive, they got to look on the screen and see a sign that says, will you survive, or will you... Let me pull it up, but it says something like, "Will you make it to the other side?" That's what. So they gotta look at that and then be squished. It's like it, and then like we haven't
it's
even
giving ritualistic. I'll say that
we haven't even gotten to. I'm glad you said that, because we haven't even gotten into the symbolism for the promotion of the event. Like, let's say you want to give Travis the benefit of the doubt and excuse him for what happened and say that's out of his control. Okay, but what about the symbolism? I'm not saying
that, though.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm talking about people at home who will look at this and be like, yo, you can't blame him for what happened in the crowd. Okay, that's your stance. But I feel like he still could have stopped the show. Nonetheless, though, when it comes to the symbolism and all of the like symbolism that can be read into leading up to, you know, the events. I mean, I can name like 5, 6, 7 things that all are like little clues leading up to this event. So it makes it look like he was complicit in the act. Yeah. Like, I mean, look, if you look at the poster, literally the poster for the event got 2 hands like this with eyeballs on both of the hands, and it's like looking like it's a portal where like people are being sucked into. Like, that's eerie at the end of the day. Like, that's scary. But I feel like he would have got away with some of this symbolism if these people hadn't have died.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If nothing really happened, then this would have just been swept under the rug. But people are waking up and they seeing, look, I'm not coming at Travis because at the end of the day, he not the only one that's being used. I'm going to just say it like that. A lot of your favorite artists being used. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, he got to take some type of responsibility. And when he came out with that little video,
I don't even want to talk about it.
People was not going for it. They didn't feel like it was genuine. He's sitting here rubbing his head and rubbing his eyes, and bro, like, you could have left that on your camera roll, beloved.
Someone said,
you
he's like, that's how I be on FaceTime when I'm lying.
Look, and it's like, for real, and it's like, yo, the poster, the symbolism on the poster was crazy. It also said, see you on the other side. That was a tagline. What is that supposed to mean? See you on the other side. Like, what else? It was so many things that was just distasteful. What else did I see? Even the shirt that he had on stage was like symbolism of like you walking through a door, like you're one way, you walk through the door, and then when you come out of the door, you're another way, like a portal. Like, and so then even like the big circular thing that was in the middle of the stage looks like a portal, bro. Yeah. And then it's just like so many things, and then to add insult to injury, this man releases a song and music video called escape plan, but these people didn't have a way out. So it's these multiple things that's like, yo, I'm not going for it, bro. Like it's just the symbolism for me. Like at the end of the day, it's not cool, dog. And I know that's your boy. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not at all. Like I feel mixed emotions right now.
And I know people who work with Trav. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I'm not even gonna get into all that. I'm just speaking my truth. At the end of the day, I don't feel like it was cool. I feel like he could have stopped the show multiple times. He did not. And the people who, it's this one guy who was at the show, he said he kept talking about how demonic it was. And he said he felt like he was in hell. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And like, and it's like, bro, that shouldn't be your concert or your festival experience.
Literally, the first thing that came to my mind when I was on the FaceTime with my sister, and she's like, oh my gosh, did you hear about this? Like, this was like a couple days ago when it first happened. And she was like, you know, like people died at Travis Scott's Astroworld, whatever. And I was just like, I don't know why this popped up in my head, but the first thing that came to my mind was, well, Lucifer was a music angel.
Point blank, period.
So it's just like, I don't know if there's any connections. Like, you know, everybody's like Illuminati, whatever. But I'm like, these concerts and these raves and stuff, it gets ritualistic to me, you know, like there's bloodshed and you're talking about the symbolism and people go into a trance, like the artist is in a trance and not even thinking straight to stop a show. And I can't, again, not excusing that, because I love how people have now provided a plethora of videos of other artists stopping shows for like one person. I mean, like Adele, Harry Styles,
Kurt
Cobain, like
it's happening.
And I feel like artists are trained probably to see that, like be aware of that while they're on stage.
Yeah, I just feel like more could have been done, but I 100% agree with you in regards to that. And then like, you know, like his album is supposed to be called Utopia, but this music leading up to it is supposed to be dystopia. If you look up the definition of that, which y'all can do at home, like that's basically what he created with this festival. And I think a lot of people didn't know what they was getting themselves into going into it. And some of the people that gave their like account of what happened said that, yo, the news is saying it's 8, but he was like, it's no way, it has to be more than 8. It has to be.
I'm sure,
because they seen visually more people, like, you know what I'm saying, but they said 8 dead and over 300 injuries, but according to people who was there, they saying it was more. Now I wasn't there, but I'm just telling you what I seen people say, what I heard people say. So at the end of the day, I just left a distasteful, you know.
And shame on the crew, because nobody was prepared. Nobody was really trained for this. Like, you have security guards, you have police officers, which again, just proves again, like, defund the police, because they are never any help. Did you see the video of the police officers carrying the girl? She's already unconscious on the stretcher. They had her the wrong way, dropped her. She hit her head, like head first, in like a gutter type, like metal, you know, gutter type, and then picked her back up or whatever. She fell again. She died.
It's negligence, and they was also understaffed too.
They were understaffed, but also nobody knew what they were doing. Again, the police didn't know what they were doing, even though I feel like they should be trained on medical things.
Yeah, but let's talk about, like, we're talking about the actual concert. Let's talk about the events leading up to the concert. Once the doors open, people stampeding, people getting trampled and walked on. They ramshacked the actual security barricade things that you walk through, and then it was like, yo, but this is how a lot of these young Travis Scott fans act, and he encourages this behavior. Like, and it's like, I was just looking at the symbolism, right? Like, you know, like he has that huge blow up Travis Scott mouth that you walk through. Yeah. And, you know, that was even on the Astroworld cover or whatever, on the album cover. But then, like, he tweeted out, like a day or two before the show, we're going to feast on Friday. We feast or something like that. So it was like, this was an energy harvest, bro. This man was, you know what I'm saying, getting off of this energy of sucking people in, dog. And it's like real creepy. It's real like eerie. And it's like, to me as an artist, because I'm also an artist, it's just unacceptable, bro, on so many levels. And it's like, I would be I would be complicit and I would be remiss if I didn't say what was on my heart in regards to it. And you know, a lot of artists, when they get that big, they just put symbolism in your face and they never like explain it. Yeah. And that's part of being an artist as well. But like I said, I feel like all this stuff would have been swept under the rug if no casualties were, you know.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I could keep going on about it for another 20 minutes, but I think I said my piece. Y'all do your own research and look up some of the symbolism that I'm talking about, and then you make your own decision. But when I'm hearing people in the crowd yelling help, it just remind me of the scripture. I tweeted it out. A weeping and a moaning and a gnashing of the teeth. That's a description of hell. Them people said they felt like they was in a living hell. So at the end of the day, look, y'all spend all that money just to have an experience like that. Some people had a good time, but I don't think they felt that crowd surge. I don't feel like, you know. So yeah, like that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's still a developing story, I feel like, too.
Yeah, it's definitely like still developing. So I guess as we get more details, but it's a lot to unpack.
Yeah. Before we get off the topic, though, you know, one of our faves, Roddy Ricch, is using his pay from doing the show to help the families out. So shout out to him. I feel like he's always on the right side of things. Hopefully he doesn't let us down.
How he doing more than the owner of the
festival? He's like, he's doing more than the host.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Roddy, man. Yeah. He a real one. But like, it's like, this is like, I don't know. It's the least that could, you know.
Festivals do get crazy though. And I know festivals are not for me. Like I say all the time, I've been to one festival and I said, never again. Give me assigned seating. Give me air conditioned stadiums. Like, never again.
Yeah, like
so you got to know what you're getting into.
The way they were doing festivals during COVID, everybody spread out. That's what this should be now.
But we're still during COVID though, and that's the crazy thing about all of this. I'm just like, all of this is happening in the middle of a pandemic, and we're getting into the colder months, cold flu season, and probably more COVID. So I was just like, okay, guys.
And great. Then people were saying that the girl who I was watching her like testimony, she was saying that security did not check if people had COVID tests or anything like that. Like that was I think that was supposed to be one of the requirements. Like you know how most events do. You're supposed to have a negative COVID test within 24 to 48 hours. Like it was none of that. And it was just unruly, to say the least. And I feel like I said, what he represents, that embodiment of that rage, like that's how it went down. So it's like, I feel like, hey, I don't see how y'all campaigning to cancel the baby, but not for Travis Scott.
These are two different things, and we don't even have to bring him up. So.
Because y'all they were distasteful, the words that he said, but still the actions that Travis Scott did are not only distasteful, but they're negligent. Because it's your show. It's not like he's a performer or an act on the lineup. This is your festival. You could have did something, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like for that,
I say two wrongs don't make a right. So I mean,
I'm not justifying the baby, but I need y'all to have the same energy. I need y'all to have the same energy. But you say it's two different things. It is, but I need y'all to have the same energy though, because at the end of the day, nothing that the baby said killed nobody. But it does indirectly. Somebody could have had self-esteem issues about something that the baby said. It could have led to suicide or whatever.
Or I understand homophobia kills homosexual and transgender people. So
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, y'all always say sticks and stones will never hurt me. Da da da. It's words versus actions. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to me, they both wrong, but I just feel like I don't see enough people like saying that they gonna be done with Travis.
Well, apparently, I read on Twitter, and I take it as a full-on joke because they can't be serious, but they said that the CEO of the LGBTQ community, forgives the baby, and everybody's like, I didn't know they had a CEO.
That was a real thing this week.
That's real?
That was a real thing this week. And it's like they gave him the green light to start doing shows, and now he just set up a new tour called Live Show Killer.
That's fine.
And he's about to go back on tour. And he just did Rolling Loud. New York City, New York Rolling Loud. So it's like he's back. They basically give him the green light, like saying he's like they co-sign him again and he can go back and do shows.
Okay.
That's a whole nother discussion for another day. But I'm just saying, like, all right.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's how it should be. We should be able to have these, you know, artists, you know, like.
You should have, you should be able to redeem yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying, after people cancel you. But what would Travis have to do to redeem himself? He gonna have to go to some classes, and first of all he need to see if he got 20/20 vision to see if he can see what's going on.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
what
I'm
he
saying?
See though, like, because I know for me, if I'm on that, I'm thinking, okay, if I'm on that stage, I'm probably not seeing nothing. I'm probably seeing the lights that are in front of me, and I'm just going through the routine.
First of all, Kris Jenner, set up a eye doctor appointment for Travis Scott. Let's make sure he got 20/20 first. Let's make sure that, and then
if you're like drinking and stuff, that already affects your vision. That's why I was like, I don't know. Like, he definitely could have stopped the show, because I feel like to the magnitude of people screaming "stop the show," you know, like at some point you gotta like.
And he acknowledged it though. He said, "Who told me to stop? Y'all know what y'all here to do. Put your two hands in the air." What? Like, bro, it's like, what? So, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. Well, let's move on.
Let's talk about, I already know. Let's talk about my boy, Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West. I guess it's another Ye report. But he did a 2-hour-long Drink Champs interview with Nori. Did you see it? Or
I saw different clips of it. I saw him. Was it a cigar or a blunt or something?
He hit the blunt.
Yeah, so
he hit the blunt. You can tell he not a smoker. He hit that joint like a cigarette.
I know. That's why I thought it was a cigar.
He was like, yo, if you want to roll up, yeah, you can. He was like, all right, you know what? You my Joe Rogan. I'll hit it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just hit it for the one time, but you can tell Ye don't smoke.
No, man. It was cool to see that, because I think that's the first time in a while I've seen Ye smile and like laugh and just look genuinely happy. So,
nah, I really I sat down. I've actually watched the interview a few times now. I told Brian, I told him, I said, 10 years from now, we're going to look back at this interview and be like, yeah, this was one of those ones. Because Ye did Joe Rogan last year when he was running for president of the United States. And I really didn't like that interview. I didn't feel like Ye was really being himself. But in this interview, Ye was giving it to the people. That's all I'm going to say. Like, and then last night I rewatched it and sat down and watched it with my dad. And my dad was very entertained as well. So at the end of the day, you might not always agree with Kanye West, but that man is going to speak his mind. He's not going to bite his tongue.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's been their biggest Drink Champs interview to date. It got 3 million views in less than 24 hours.
Crazy.
And yeah, he, like, if you get into some of the stuff that he was saying, I mean, first of all, he said he came at Big Sean, John Legend, Just Blaze, Talib Kweli, Kamala Harris, just a plethora of different people. But with Big Sean, he said Big Sean was the biggest mistake like he ever made. Like, signing him was the biggest mistake he ever made. And ouch. Big Sean came out and said that Drink Champs reached out to him to have him on the show, and this is before that interview actually dropped. He said, "I'm assuming Kanye talking crazy," like, you know what I'm saying. So when when the interview came out, Big Sean said, "Yo, I just seen you at Sunday service, and you didn't have the same energy." But you know, Kanye is also a Gemini. I'm not going to excuse it, but I mean, if you at a Sunday service, that's not really the time or place to really get into that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So at the end of the day, Kanye said what he said. He said he didn't respect how Big Sean and John Legend dissed him when he was running for president, after Kanye was the one who single-handedly changed their lives and put them in a better position to be who they are. He also said we ain't seen Kamala Harris since the election. He said, I mean, where's the lie? He said a lot of things. He said Soulja Boy was top 5 influential artists. He also said Soulja Boy is the future. And then Nori asked him, well, why did you take his verse off your album?
Did you hear the verse?
Did you hear that verse? He said, no, I didn't. He said, exactly. That's why, you know. So it's like, yo, like, so Soulja Boy came at Kanye and said, nigga, how you gonna say, like, because Kanye bigged him up and kind of played him at the same time. It's like, how you gonna say my verse went hard, but when I sent it to you, you said it was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy can mean good or bad.
Exactly. So, look, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's how I feel about the Kanye interview.
Yeah.
But I was also
go look at
entertained.
it.
I was very entertained. If you have a few hours to go, like,
Yeah.
to watch it, definitely do it. I definitely recommend.
He always gives a good interview.
And I just felt like he was at home. He talked about his relationship with Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
He bigged Jay-Z up, but then also talked about, you know, how their relationship is up and down.
Yeah.
He talked about the making of when they was working on Watch the Throne and how they had a falling out at the end. He bigged up Dame Dash because they was playing this game where like he has to pick either this person or this person, and if they're both equal, then he has to take a shot. So he's like, they was like Dame Dash or Jay-Z, and they said as far as the CEO, he said Dame Dash because Dame Dash is the visionary. Dame Dash was the one that was really responsible for signing Kanye.
Okay.
That wasn't Jay's idea. So, and then he also said as long as Ye said, as long as I got money, Dame never had to work again in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, as long as I got it, like, you know. And so, yeah, it's a bunch of different takeaways from the interview. I enjoyed it. My dad enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A lot of us enjoyed it. So, hey, to each his own.
I'll
But
definitely go watch.
that's the Ye report for this week.
While we're on Ye, though, can we talk about Kim and Pete Davidson? That was not on my bingo card.
Before we talk about that real quick, Kanye had said something about that
Did
too.
he? What did he say?
He said that he didn't respect what the writers wrote at SNL about them being divorced because he said it ain't no paperwork. He said ain't no paperwork. That's still my wife. He said that's still my wife. So at the end of the day,
Oh my gosh.
but yeah, I did see the Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian. I didn't see that on my bingo card for 2021 either.
Pete Davidson is obviously like, he's just that funny person that you just want to be with, I guess, you know, like the class clown.
You gotta watch out for them funny men, or they laugh your pants off, literally, bro. I feel like that's what's going on with this situation. You know what I'm saying? He held right into some draws, like at the end of the day. But hey, look, hey, if you can make them laugh, I mean, hey. So evidently she wanted to be entertained.
I mean, I don't know if everybody was like, ooh, Pete Davidson. He's not ugly to me, so.
Man, y'all just like
I
this
just thought he
nigga
was like a
because
crush.
Ariana Grande said some shit about this nigga's
No,
packing and blah, blah, blah.
I didn't
So
even
now
know that. I
everybody's
just
like,
learned about that this week. I always would watch
maybe.
Pete Davidson on SNL, and I'm like, he's got that like that rough, unhinged, you know, like white boy look or whatever.
Please, please,
What?
please.
And he's funny.
This is an African American
He's funny.
podcast. Like Dr. Umar voice. So yeah, woo the Lord. I didn't see that, but hey, if she happy, if she like it, I love it.
I can see that. Like I can see people or women being interested in Pete Davidson. So, you know, don't down him.
All right, moving along. Like I said, shout out to them.
Well, he's talking about my fave, Jay, made IG page for 24 hours, and he's not wrong. So I should also.
Yeah, I mean, I would have did the same thing.
Yeah.
But I think he did it for the promotion of that movie that he's executive producing.
Yeah.
The Harder They Fall, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said something about like the promotional people at Netflix or something like that. Like they set that up as a promotional tool, and they say the only person he was following was Beyonce, so they knew that it was Jay.
Cute.
Of course, he had the blue check, but
Yeah.
shout out Jay though. Shout out Jay. Also, in that same vein, Dame Dash says that he wants to like make amends with their relationship.
Okay.
So we'll see how that plays out. But Jay-Z did acknowledge Dame Dash when he gave his acceptance speech.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can put their their grievances behind them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, you get old enough, you get to a certain point. It's just like you want to just have peace in your life and, you know, make peace with your past and everything. So I think everybody's getting older.
Yeah, it's just at that time to just let bygones be bygones for real, for real. Like, all that stuff is in the past. Y'all grown men.
Yeah.
You know, but I just think it's more, with Jay-Z and Dame, I think it's more of like their personalities don't mesh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's one thing about Kanye and Dame, like, their personalities mesh because people say they like a-holes or whatever, like to a certain extent. Like, so I could see them getting along, but like I feel like that's why, and that's what Kanye said. Like, he said, whenever Jay do some Jay shit, I do some Ye shit, and then we don't say shit. Like, so it's like I could, you know what I'm saying? I see where like the tension comes from. Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, hopefully, like I said, they can put that behind them. For
sure. Let's just do a congratulations to Meg the Stallion for finally graduating and getting her degree. So yeah. Shout out to her.
That's what's up. Congrats. Yeah. Those graduation pictures was fire though. Yeah. Like, they definitely was hard. I'm like, okay. Shout out to her. Shout out to Stallion. I like them pictures, man.
I like what she stands for, you know, like she's still completed her degree. Like, I don't know. I personally would have just been like, I have all the money now. I'm just good. Yeah. I'm good on this. Yeah.
So. It's I mean, as much as she stands for like hot girl summer and all this stuff like that, showing that you can't hate on it. Yeah. You get an education as well as like, you know, that's what Kendrick said. I can show my ass in, what did he say? Show my ass in, take you out of class. I'm Megan, brother. So it's like, at the end of the day, that's what she did. She did both. So I guess she can do both.
The real tea is that, like, even with all the money she has, will she be able to pay off her student loans?
Man, look, I would have had them joints paid as soon as I, like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I know crisis. I know that interest is.
Yeah, she probably already paid them joints.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I would hope so. As much money as she got, I would hope so. But yeah, that's what's up, though. Shout out to her, young black woman doing her thing. One of the like low points of this past like week, the Raiders player Henry Ruggs III was in a fatal car accident. They said he was drunk driving, and I think the Raiders dropped him shortly after that. There's been a lot of like, I don't know why, but like on my spirit lately, as far as like, first of all, what I'm gonna say is like, just don't drink and drive. There's so many different things that you can do to, if you are inebriated while you out, Uber, Lyft, whatever it is, like, yo, just don't put other people in danger. And I want to take a time out because one of the DJs from ODU, by the name of DJ Too Nasty, he recently lost his life as well in a car crash. And so that was heavy on the ODU community's heart. They had a candlelight visual and everything like that for him. But yeah, man, just it's unacceptable. If you're grown and you get behind that wheel, yo, just make sure you don't put yourself or other people in danger. That's the message that I can take away from that. You know what I'm saying? So
we just have way too many resources these days. Yeah. You know? So
it's no excuse. So
it's no excuse. It's unacceptable. And we have too much data showing that you shouldn't do it. So like,
that's a fact.
Don't do it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, well, that is a heavy thing. I did see that. I didn't see that about the Raiders player, but I did see that about the DJ at ODU. So
yeah, he was actually like a dope DJ too. There's not a lot of like DJs that I rock with, but he was definitely
especially
talented.
In this area.
Facts. Yeah. But he was definitely talented. He DJ'd at a few shows that we did out there at ODU. So I did get to meet him briefly. I'm not gonna sit here and cap, like, we had a huge relationship, but from when my interactions with him, he was definitely solid and he was talented too. And he was, you know what I'm saying? You hate to see, you know, a young brother, anybody lose their life. You know what I'm saying? So so condolences to his family and all the students at ODU who, you know, knew him as well.
Well, let's just move on to something more lighter. Did you listen to Summer Walker's new album? I don't even know if that's lighter.
I don't even say that was lighter because it definitely lowered the vibration of every woman in the country when that joint dropped.
I haven't listened to it, so
I'm not gonna listen to it. My man's was like, "Look, summer walk about to drop. Let me go get my girl some flowers and candy before, you know."
She's like our future.
Yeah, it's like this, like, yo, what she stand for? Like at the end of the day, like, I support her artistry. I support women having a voice. But you can't sit up here and tell me that, like, the vibration of women did not get lowered when that album dropped. And then she gonna slander her ex throughout the whole album, then gonna put Sierra's Prayer as the last track. Like, yo, like
it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I guess balance, but it's like, all right. Like, I haven't listened to it. I'm not gonna listen to it. The people who I know who listen to it said that the first one was better than this one.
Yeah.
But shout out to Summer, man. I know they said she's in a bad contract deal. I know that.
What do you mean?
They said, like, for every 1 million streams, she only gets $600. Somebody was like, I'll give you $600 right now on my pocket right now. So it's like, yeah, she's in a bad contract deal with her record label where she doesn't, like, when they signed her, she wasn't a big artist. So when you're not a big artist, you don't have the leverage. So she just signed
I feel like I could get $600 just working 1 week at a regular 9 to 5.
Every time I think it's 1 million streams, I think $600. Well, something like that. It might even be more than 1 million, but yeah, it's not. She don't. Her
That's
payout with royalties is not.
And it's not like
high.
She likes to perform.
You know what I'm saying? It's not high. So at the end of the day, y'all please go stream that album for that girl, cause she got a baby and stuff to take care of.
How long does she have left in this contract?
I don't know. It might be multiple album deals. So I don't know, but I know that you know, normally artists renegotiate the contract as they get bigger, and the terms get better. But they gave her just like I think a standard 360 deal. So even when she sells merchandise or whatever she makes money off of, the label get they cut before she do, and probably a bigger cut. So like I said, y'all go. Even though that music is lowering y'all vibration, y'all still go streaming. Even if y'all need to stream it and put it on mute while y'all go to sleep to get her numbers up, go do that for her, because this don't make no sense.
Women said, I'm in a healthy relationship and I'm over here
yeah, people was like, yo, people was like, I'm mad at my baby daddy, I don't even have one. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I'm telling you, yo, I'm telling you, I think that's where this week started off bad, when she dropped the album. Everybody's frequency got lowered, bro. It just got lower, and then it was just been downhill. But it's a new week this week, so we're going to start off on a positive note this week. You feel me? So, well, no, this is actually positive, though. Young and May and Halle Berry were spotted together.
Like how?
They posted it. I seen a video last night, and they were, like, just in a video together, and they was both smiling, and Halle Berry said, yo, this is my baby right here. Like, and I'm like, hey, I don't know. That's a random combination of people to be together. There's a lot of random stuff going on. It's like, yo, I
would have never even thought they would cross paths in life.
I don't even know are they filming something together? Are they like, what's going on? Like, why? Like, I think Halle Berry definitely tapped into what's going on. I seen she just did the Halloween joint with Saweetie. So she definitely she knows what's going on. Like, she's not just one of those celebrities that's out of touch. Yeah. But at the same time, super random.
It's different. I need to see this video because I can't.
Yeah, it wasn't like they was spotted out like on a date or holding hands. Yeah. But it was just like they did just a little quick video like this. Young and May was holding the camera. And she was just blushing. And then Halle Berry was like leaning on her. Like, it was like, yo, this is my baby right here. And I'm like, yo. Young and May was probably bricked up. Let me stop.
Police. Police.
I'm dead. So yeah, shout out to
that is so random. Like, I'm just trying to process this. I don't have any like theories on this.
Halle Berry, I seen the video.
It's got to be some form of promotion or something.
Yeah, I think they probably got something coming. But I seen the video that's kind of went viral of like Halle Berry, like basically, like, she was courtside at, like, a Lakers game, and she was looking at Kobe up and down. Like, she just seemed enamored by, like, Kobe Bryant, like, kind of giving him them eyes. She was courtside. And I just found that funny, too, because I'm like, I don't know. It almost looked like when Beyonce be looking at LeBron James when he be on the court. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember when they like I seen a clip where like Blue Ivy like after the game was with Jay-Z, and Blue asked LeBron for like a autograph, like could you sign like a basketball for me, da da da. And they was like, bro, why she just ain't ask her mama, like her mama, because at the video LeBron was like, I got you. He was like, yo, you go to school on Monday, by the time you come by the time you get out of school on Monday, you'll have it. You'll have it. It's like, yo, you could have just asked your mama, she could have got it quicker than that. I said, yo, y'all are messy, bro.
I love that. It's always a funny narrative.
Y'all are
the whole
messy.
Beyonce LeBron thing.
Y'all are messy, bro.
That is so funny.
But
that is random. I'm still just like, wow.
If Young and May pull Halle Berry,
I mean,
that's a good look for the LGBTQ. Like, she's probably like the top like female rapper of all time. If she pulled Halle Berry.
Oh well, I think she's a great, you know.
I mean,
artist.
she's already dope,
like,
but I'm just saying, like, that's like pull. Like, I mean, Young and May has pulled some bad joints. Don't get it twisted. Her roster has been crazy.
Maybe Young and May's doing like a Halle Berry type remix. You know the song?
Oh, Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Hey, look, like, I'm for that.
That's what I'm thinking. And she's gonna be in a Halle Berry's gonna be in a music video.
But look, at the end of the day,
y'all
gotta reach out to Hurricane Chris. Y'all got to. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. If y'all gonna do a remix, you gotta have Chris at least in the video. You feel what I'm saying? Don't touch that man's stuff without, bro. Because Hurricane Chris, yo, he was a legend, bro. He's a legend.
He is.
He had some hits, bro. Don't get it twisted.
In the early 2000s on Lock.
You know what I'm saying? Hurricane Chris, bro. So, like, if you gonna do that, just at least have him somewhere affiliated with it, dog.
All right. Well, that's my theory. We gotta see, like, if it comes.
Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah. But
I'm not mad at a Halle Berry remix.
Yeah.
When the first one came out, she was on Ellen doing the dance. She was turned up to it. So, like I said, people be known. Like, Halle Berry definitely is tapped in.
Yeah.
She's like ducked off.
She's a muse for a lot of, you know, like artists. So.
In fact, she done been name dropped a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Bunch of songs written for her.
Yeah.
My dad told me like a year or so ago, this football player, I forgot his name, but like one of his cadences when he would snap the football was like, Halle Berry. Like that's one of the calls. Like when he said that, that was one of the plays. Yeah. So then like that video went viral, and then she was like, or she retweeted it and was like, I forgot what she said about it, but she acknowledged it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she's not one of these celebrities that's like kind of stuck up and bougie. She seemed down to earth as big as she is.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't have no problem with her, but speaking of, this is the last thing I really want to say. Speaking of like celebrities like being stuck up and stuff like that, I don't know if you've seen the video of Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad. They were addressing the media about these Howard living conditions for these. And Felicia Rashad, the way that she was real, like she was like, they was like, have y'all addressed the problem? Their problems have been addressed. You know, she got real like snappy and snarky.
Definitely giving dean at a university.
And it's like, I mean, it's been rumors in the industry for years. I've always heard that that's how she really is. Like what she portrayed on the Cosby shows, Claire Huxtable, like is not like, she was a sweetheart on the show, but like in real life, they said she's always been like kind of stuck up and kind of like real, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, look, at the end of the day, I seen the air conditioning unit, like the little air conditioning joint. They said, why is this from 1934? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? And it's just like, bro, y'all gotta do better, bro, with them living conditions.
No, for real.
You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, for y'all vice president, the vice president of the United States, that was one of her talking points when she ran was, oh, I went to HBCU.
Has she responded to this?
Oh, I'm an AKA and all this stuff, and trying to get, you know, the black woman vote or whatever. And Kanye addressed this as well. He was like, they got 94% of the black woman vote. You would have thought Drake was running for president. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it comes to Kamala, I feel like you went to you went to Howard too. So you went to Howard, you went to HBCU, and you are AKA. But why is these rats and roaches ski wing they ass through these dorm rooms? I don't understand. Like, let's address that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you've been in hiding. I ain't really seen you at an election since the election. So at the end of the day, and you in DC. So
That's
you need to
what I'm
pull up.
saying.
You keep coming back to HU to Hampton University. What about your alma mater? What about
The
what you
other
doing?
HU.
What you doing for your people? You know, the real HU, as they saying. What you doing for your people? You feel what I'm saying? Y'all gotta hold these politicians and celebrities accountable, bro.
Yeah.
Because when they make a promise and they don't do what they say they're gonna do, like Joe Biden, I ain't forget what you said about them student loans, bro. We still on you too, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not asleep like how you be falling asleep in conferences and shit.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
asleep, bro. I'm not asleep at the wheel. You feel what I'm saying? You be sitting across from prime ministers and going to sleep. I know you old. I'm gonna respect my elders, but at the end of the day, like, yo, I ain't forgot. You feel what I'm saying? And me and my people who got student loans ain't forgot. You feel what I'm saying? It'd be funny if like
And
they
bring
forget
back them stimulus checks, Kamala.
facts. You feel what I'm saying?
She talked big cash about that.
Cash stuff.
Monthly $2,000 check.
Wouldn't it be funny like they forget everybody's student loans and then besides me because I just said that they show him this clip, they'd be like, nah, his gonna stay.
Not his though.
but no, for real. I'm just advocating for the people. I'm gotta be a voice
No,
for the
that's
people. You
facts.
feel
And
me?
like what's going on at Howard is really unacceptable because, like I said before, that school is expensive. It is private and it's expensive, you know, and just because it's a historically black college doesn't mean that it has to be historic, you know, like the buildings and everything. And you remember that big, like, who was it that worked in the financial aid office?
Oh, that dude. What was his name?
I don't remember.
With the mink, with
Yes.
the fur. Yeah, he was scared.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get
Now
it.
I get it.
I too would
I would've
scan the
did it.
financial aid office.
Yeah, he's a legend for that.
Yeah,
he, a
he
legend
knew
for
it
that.
was
That man had mad grants, mad scholarships, and was taking photos with designer clothes. And like, how can you afford this?
and
dog?
go to Howard.
Bruh, talk about it. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say this week.
Yeah, same.
Let the people know where they can follow you at.
Briaunna Monet on Instagram, Twitter, B Monet on TikTok. Follow the podcast page at The Trouble Pod on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Follow our YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. And where can the people find you?
Follow me on Instagram at T.Cooke Official, Twitter at The Cookbook. And yeah, it's been another episode of I May Get in Trouble for This. We out.